see if that win can translate over to a dub here. Obviously, kind of 1-0 Semi offline, but 1-1 overall. And that both these players, they'll be wanting to take the record over the other, and very much more than that, they'll be wanting to move back on into grand finals. Obviously, Supahsemmie falling to Siski earlier in winners finals, so definitely wants that run back. But crêpe salée, he wants to, he wants to get a chance to face Siski first of all. It's been a long losers run for him, but he's just got to fight through one more opponent to get back into that grand finals.
Most certainly. You see the Steve coming out here, going with the default skin this time, but Semi on the tried and true Young Link here. And you're going to get a footstool anvil. Actually, that is so strong. And you're going to see the up tilt on the TNT, and he's going to air dodge through it. Very nicely done there from Semi, and get hit by an up smash for his troubles. And you see in this situation, really tough for Semi to find his way out, and we're going to have to wonder, is he going to be able to find a way of dealing with these anvils? Very early start here for crêpe salée, going up with almost no damage on him himself, and a big gold combo doing 57% in the favor of crêpe salée. And you want to see what is Semi going to do about this. Down throw into up air, collect your damage and move on. And that up air actually going through the anvil and hitting Steve directly.
Yeah, and I mean, I have to say as well, this is kind of all looked quite tough for Supahsemmie as well. Obviously, with the diamond tools on deck and being a stock down is not where you want to be against Steve of all characters. And Supahsemmie's still just trying to find a way through, but every single time he's just being snuffed out by those minecarts, especially.
Yeah, for sure. And despite a very poor start, it seems that Semi has now reached a point where it's relatively even. Not quite securing the stock there with that forward air, but we'll look for another opening. Grabbing the bomb as he does the forward air is very tough for Semi.
And the bait as well of potentially going for the crafting table, but finally Supahsemmie is able to find the stock there and get something going, but immediately just met with that back air. The diamond is back out as well. He's using the time just to mine away, and even the anvil, I mean, you shield most of it, but it still pokes through and does a little bit of damage.
Yeah, and a lot of mining occurred there, which is massively beneficial to crêpe salée. This is a tough spot for Semi, managing to get a really high escape there, find their way out of there, and just about living across the stage. crêpe salée going to use his time to build up all of their resources.
Of course, no tools on deck right now. Certainly, just got the sword and not much else. Supahsemmie using that opportunity to get as much going, but he is on a very, very tough, the deficit here, 165. The back airs are coming out with the diamond out quick, but it's going to be the up throw to take the stock away. crêpe salée looking quite comfortable right now.
Yeah, of course, you do eventually hit a point where even the throws are going to start killing with Steve. And if you've reached that point, honestly, fair play to you, because you've had a good run with that stock.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, honestly, despite having kill foes, they are honestly rarely seen, because most of the time you've lost your stock to a minecart or a forward smash or something similar. And honestly, we are now just trying to see if Supahsemmie can find a way back into this game, because right now crêpe salée does not want to let up this stock.
Absolutely not, and it's a tough spot here. Manages to find their way out of that hard place, but the powered minecart not quite gonna take it.
Yeah, still living, chucking a bomb
from miles away.
Yeah. Honestly, doing a good job, and then confirming into the down air as well. This is a chance for Supahsemmie, but you've got to be very, very careful, as you are 121. Obviously, crêpe salée very comfortable right now. Can just mine away quite happily, wait for his opportunity, but finally, Supahsemmie finds a grab, gets something going. Only 36% though, needs a bit more than that, and you're not gonna find it.
You're not gonna be able to get out of the situation there fast enough, unfortunately. At that sort of high percent, there's just too much damage dealt for you to be able to mash out in time. So that's gonna be the first game going to crêpe salée there.
1-0 now, and crêpe salée honestly taking a pretty commanding lead for most of that game. Supahsemmie finally getting a bit more into it in the last stock, but it was kind of a little bit too late for him to get anything real started.
Absolutely. And so, you know what? Complete tangent. but I've been like manually being aware that I keep saying absolutely after as a response to everything, and I keep trying to not do it, and it's like a tick at this point. So
I genuinely like it took me a very long time. I used to do it a lot as well. I'd also say and I probably still do. I haven't VOD reviewed in a very long time, but yes, yeah, I get to myself saying a lot, and it's really tough to like remind yourself not to.
Yeah, I nearly did it again. I nearly did it again. Literally nearly did it again.
That's what I'm saying. It's tough. It's tough.
God damn it. Right. So we've obviously had game number 1 play out to Crêpe Salée, and we have to see what is Semi gonna pull out here in order to really level this back out. I need to actually check who did Crêpe Salée lose to in winners. Oh, they lost to Zemo. Yeah. So Zemo sent them into losers before top 8.
It's only a big win for Zemmeldan. It really kind of just showed why he was in top 8 to begin with. Absolutely.
All right, a big starting point here. Going to try and use the boomerang there to just disrupt things. I feel like that's going to be very key for Semi here, is using the projectiles to just generally be as disruptive as possible. Obviously, they are great combo starters, but you definitely want to just make sure you don't let Steve start his game plan as well.
Oh, I love that parry there from Supahsemmie on the back air, but still going to be met with up smash, and even there you could see he was shielding through it, but of course when you shield most of the ambush, you're still going to get poked by it at the very end. Of course, Supahsemmie still holding on here. The bomb comes out.
Oh, and
the
bomb lost its hitbox right at the end there.
And the up air is coming out from Crêpe Salée, just trying to confirm it's something like normally the up smash is how they normally finish it. But here's the fun part with Steve, where they can just mine away, place that block, and just mine on the battlefield itself.
Yeah. So what a lot of people don't know is that when you get into that situation, the best thing to do is to get rid of the table. If they start trying to really stall it out there, if you get rid of the table, they will eventually have to come back and they will run out of resources, because the table will keep spawning off stage. They'll keep losing their resources. Fun little bit of knowledge for you all there.
Anti-Steve tech. And I'll say something, it is important to know. And, this time, of course, Crêpe Salée was only kind of doing like one sort of cycle of it. It wasn't really sort of mining that much. But he's definitely like slowed it down in this last stock. Both players kind of just sort of chipping away at each other. None are actually committing to a strong attack.
Oh dear, and that's going to be the stop. Oh, he messed up. He tried. He didn't want to. I didn't want to out smash. He tried to jump on the block and do the forward smash.
He wanted to go on a fun seat himself.
Got back on the roller coaster, and then up tilt is going to take the stock there. Very nicely done there from Semi. Obviously, kind of got away with murder a little bit, but you don't look a gift horse in the mouth, especially not against Steve.
Yeah, especially against this character where, absolutely you can just be sort of touched and lose your stocks just like that. But Supahsemmie going to get all this free damage in now, as Crêpe Salée just, still playing this very sort of patient game. Quite happy just to wait for Supahsemmie to either slip up or to come nearby. And in this case, it was, of course, just while Supahsemmie was approaching, just to go for that back air.
And going with the down tilt. The down tilt was +5 on block. So it's a very difficult situation to be in. Oh, and of course, as you hit the minecart, it doesn't put Steve into actual hit stun himself. Great grab there from Semi.
Okay, and the back air, the lightning coming out. But you're gonna make it through as well with the Magna hands, thankfully. It's taking them off stage, taking them to the skies with that forward air. And Supahsemmie still hanging on to a lead here, but it is a very narrow one, GP.
And it's another great stock take there from Semi. And again, it is a case where he needs to try and do the best he can to... Oh, is he dead?
He is able to make it back. All right. Cool. I don't know why we were worried. It's Steve.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still thinking like week 1 Steve. I don't know. Oh, a big conversion there off the fire arrow. Very nicely done there by Semi.
And absolutely what you need in this matchup as well. You need to be carrying that advantage stay to the very end if you can, because, GP, you just saw what happened there. If you're not careful, you can be caught by those up smashes, lose your stocks very, very early.
Oh, he's
especially
dead.
when the diamond gear's on deck.
The anvil ruined his punish. Oh, Semi, you're getting real lucky right now. You need to make the most of the opportunities that have been gifted to you in this game.
Yeah, I mean, crêpe again, just hold it down here. Was expecting Semi to go a bit more on the aggression through those blocks. You know, Plus went for the forward smash, but it's another back air. crêpe 2-0 up right now. Supahsemmie needs something.
So at this point, you're looking at it as, you know, crêpe has got the momentum, right? He is generally getting the better of these situations. Semi's having to work very hard to try and find these kills, which are just not being gifted to him.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really tough because you do make one mistake and you get hit by just these really, really powerful, you know, the tools that he's got, like the back air, the forward smash, any of the mine carts, anything. It's what we said before, that you just have to constantly play around Steve so much and really just carry advantage state to the very end. Like, you have to be taking stocks early and where you can.
Definitely. And it's one of those ones as well where, I mean, watching Semi play, like his neutral game and the way he approaches the game is extremely solid. But I do have to wonder. I look at some of his combos, and especially on a character like Steve who stays upright the whole time, right? I have to wonder, is there times where like he could be getting like a bigger confirm out of these and he's not optimized the combo game yet? I have to wonder.
Yeah, I feel like you definitely need to be, if you're Supahsemmie, you need to be like kind of trying these new things out because you're now 2-0 down. You need something. I feel like he found a bit of an answer to what he wanted in that previous game because he was leading for a lot of it, but yeah, it wasn't quite enough. And then at last stock, it kind of especially all fell apart as crêpe kind of just ran away with it really.
And it's like, I suppose this is kind of part of why Steve is so good. The mental stack he puts you in is so difficult. There's so many different things you've got to think about, and at some point, Semi's gonna miss one of them. But I mean, crêpe is just doing a great job at the moment, just kind of keeping control of center stage. A big confirm here for Semi though, big 36%.
Yeah, needs a few more of those. Keep going, especially while still trying to battle through all of these minecarts coming his way, which does the forward that comes out. Not going to be at the stock just yet, but that's a big statement.
Not able to punish that down tilt just yet. Looking for something. You see he's playing quite aggressive at the moment. And another nair they're going to send crêpe off stage, looking for the up air.
And of course, you know, Semi still on the hunt, playing a lot better here. That neutral comes out, of course, just a quick get away from me tool. And, you know, can sometimes even kill. Going for a down huge tech from crêpe.
What are you doing?
Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? You had to way back.
I think he got the glitch where you can't put blocks down. So he was trying to place blocks, and he couldn't do it because he was placing blocks. He was trying to place blocks in places, which made perfect sense, and couldn't do it.
Oh, you're gone. You're absolutely gone. Okay, so back to a relatively even field. Of course, Supahsemmie holding a bit of a lead here. You know, setting 94. More up airs coming out. Now on the hunt for the kill, in which, you know, these neutrals coming out. Semi is definitely playing with a bit more fire in his step here.
Yeah, he's really sort of applying a bit more pressure to crêpe here. And that's going to take it, of course, fire into a very reliable way of killing at these sort of like 150+%.
Yeah, the back is coming out, throwing out the boomerang as well. It's going to come back. Semi starting a bit of a string here that hasn't really stopped. Even the sort of the first hit of the forward air back into the grab, sends him off stage. This is 81 answered for right now, GP.
Yeah, very nicely done. Again, he's still got a whole stock to work with after this. Obviously, you never say never with Steve because this character can delete you in the blink of an eye. But if you're Semi, you're really... Oh, that's a beautiful confirm.
Okay, and I mean... is he able to make it back? Semi...
You know, I rate this. I rate that a lot. I rate the attempt.
Yeah.
but it might be time to party a little bit less.
Okay, the TNT being placed on the platform, not going to do much though. Semi still trying to just seal this out, which he does with the Nair. To finally get one on the board.
Right. Okay then. So that's the first game he's taken here. So this is important. I mean, bear in mind, right? Crêpe Salée has just had a really good run so far. He won the last game versus Trim. He then won 3 games versus Azrael. Then he won 3 games versus Semi. Sorry, 2 games versus Semi. That's 6 games in a row won, and that momentum has finally been stopped.
Yes, which is big because momentum in this game is absolutely huge. Like if you're actually just feeling it constantly, then you honestly there's not much that can stop someone. Like confidence in this game really can carry you so far, especially with this being such like a kind of advantage heavy game. Like having good sort of mental, having that sort of momentum is huge. And the fact that Supahsemmie has stopped it as well now is,
So the problem is now, because he went 2-0 down before taking a game, which means he's now got to play 2 more games on Crêpe Salée's counter pick.
Exactly,
and win.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, to us, as commentators at home, it doesn't matter which way it goes. However, if you are Semi or if you are a fellow Young Link or Dutch player, you are looking at this and you're going, this is going to be a very difficult route back. Not only this, but you see Crêpe Salée quite smartly takes ages after he's lost the game.
Just to really kind of think it through, work out what he needs to do. And honestly, every single time it has worked out for him. He has been down before, you know, he's lost games and he's just, that next game absolutely just dominated. So I'll have to see what happens here if Crêpe Salée has worked out how to seal this up, or if Supahsemmie is just going to prove why he's such a respected and known player.
Definitely. And we're now at a point where Semi's actually at a deficit right now because Crêpe Salée opened right off the bat with a big combo.
Oh no, it is his own block! No! That's so unfortunate, his own block blocking him.
It really do be your own sometimes. That is unfortunate for Crêpe Salée. However, if you're Semi, you are thanking the stars because that is a gift from God.
Yeah, especially with the way it was starting as well. It was looking really good for Supahsemmie. And their GP is our first up out of shield we have seen from Supahsemmie.
It actually is, which is insane to think about. Oh yeah, very nicely done. Those blocks didn't actually block the ledge, but it forced him to land on the dirt block. Now, this does mean that Crêpe Salée is actually not nearly as bad of a spot as he initially looked like he was in.
Yeah, just needs like one big string to even it up. I mean, like gradually he's been chipping away a lot, and even then, like that is, you know, putting him closer and closer back to even. But Supahsemmie does find a grab there, sends him off stage to the neutral air coming out as well.
Another one.
Snuff out any attempt that Crêpe Salée tried to make it back.
Oh, he scouted out the air dodge, but didn't got a directional air dodge instead. Oh, that was an interesting option at a disadvantage. And Semi needs to calm down a little bit here, I think. I feel like he's actually getting a little bit too antsy.
Yeah, I think like he's kind of almost too desperate to keep this lead going. When he can absolutely just finish it up. There we go. That's what we're talking about.
And there's the opening. Gonna get a dash attack, 34%. Damage is damage, as they say. And there's another one. Back air out of shield.
Right, of course, Crêpe Salée still on the hunt for this kill as well. Needs to find it quick because this is more damage being put on right now. In fact, Supahsemmie almost lapped him right now. In fact, his Gyoko almost completely lapped him. Still holding on to that second stock. Meanwhile, Crêpe Salée on 106 on his last stock.
And if you're Semi, you're really looking favorable right about now. But you need to kill him. Like, the game is not over until the win screen is up. He's just about survived that. He's going to get back and try and secure more damage, maybe even take the stock here.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you need to seal up here and now. Send him off stage, but not enough. You do not want this to go down to the last stock if you're Supahsemmie. You just want to finish this up. Of course, Crêpe Salée is still on hunt, setting up that TNT, but Supahsemmie, very correctly just go around it, go high onto that platform.
Right. He's got the diamond now. He's betting it all now, and he has to. But that's gonna be it. Yeah. The arrow into the up air. So
Game 5.
So we did mention it was like the suicide is what really changed the pace of that, but he actually ended with 2 stocks left. So technically, even without that, it might have still been Semmie's game even without that.
Exactly. Potentially. I mean, yeah, obviously kind of kicking yourself if you are Crêpe Salée because that was such an early death. But here we go. More contemplation right now. The Crêpe Salée again, like, falling short at the last minute. And we might be on the verge of a verse 3-0 from Supahsemmie. 1 game away from moving on into grand finals and a run back against Siski, who took down Supahsemmie earlier.
And you see they're both putting their absolute all into this game. They're all really trying their absolute hardest to make sure they win this game, but it's not the last game if they get past this opponent. There's an absolute titan waiting in grand finals in Siski.
Oh, yes. And of course, especially for Supahsemmie, you got to be scared because the only player you've lost to today is the one waiting for you in grand finals.
We'll have to see. I honestly feel like this is a game that whoever takes the first stock is going to have such an advantage here.
Yeah. Like, it's been, genuinely, like, whoever holds the lead is, in so much of a better spot, which sounds kind of, obvious to say, but especially in this kind of matchup where advantage is so big, you need to really just be sort of, getting as much free damage as physically possible.
And Semmie is really struggling to find his way back on at the moment. Oh dear, he was forced to re-grab the ledge there due to the minecart, and that's a big deficit for Semmie to try and work his way through.
Yeah, that is an early death. Only 32% right now on Crêpe Salée, and they are obviously just going to be using this time now just to slow down the pace completely. Does not need to go on the aggression and just mine away, get those materials going so you can fire off more of these minecarts and get more damage on.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm looking at it and I need Semmie to calm down a minute. He's had 2 golden opportunities for combos and he's dropped the combos twice. I need him to just take a moment, just relax. The opportunity will come.
And this is looking real tough now for Supahsemmie. More damage being put on. The forward does come out, but it's not enough to take the stock just yet. Crêpe Salée still hanging to all 3. With his gold tools, just trying to bat away. And Supahsemmie's just not really able to get much going.
And this is... Oh, that's very nearly ended up in tears there for Semmie. Right, get back on the stage. And that's going to kill. Because it's so strong with rain.
This is really not where you want to be.
Right, okay. So he's going to beat up that. Never mind, he's going to force him to get rid of it. And oh dear, this is a dangerous spot. It's at a point where it's going so fast, I can't even properly talk about it.
Yeah, these two are throwing absolutely everything at each other.
No!
Oh, Supahsemmie. Oh, that is a heartbreaker.
Oh, no. That's the last way you wanted it to go.
Oh, no.
Oh, crap, buddy. Crap, I know you're excited, but please stop popping up over that. Please.
Oh, that is the worst way to go out, especially when you've been keeping it so close. And you were on the verge of a verse 3-0. Like, it was definitely looking tough in that previous game, in that game 5. But even so, to go out like that is... Yeah.
I'm sad for Semmie.
I am sad. Like, and there's nothing about sort of, the fact that, like, oh, Steven Grand Final. No, it's like, sort of no bias aside. It is literally just that it's, if anyone, even if Crêpe Salée was in that position, you would be sad to leave the tournament like that.